Those were the days, man. No pressure, working one night a week.
Yeah.
Didn't matter who won.
Surfing, mountain biking, just having a good time.
You figured it out. I had all that right there, and then I threw it away. Don't leave this job.
No. What you're doing, come on, you got to be excited about this. You've got to be excited.
I love doing what I do. I love TV. We work in basketball for a living. I mean, come on. TV, coaching, whatever, we're not really working.
Well, before we ask you X's and O's about your team, how are you feeling versus just a year ago? You know, you had the back surgery coming into training camp, everyone not knowing as the regular season approached if you were going to be coaching the team. It turned out Luke Walton had the first 43 games. And how are you feeling now versus a year ago?
Oh, way better. So I appreciate you asking. It's just good to be here coaching right from the beginning, and especially with this great group of guys. They're fun to be around, very talented. So we got a lot of good stuff ahead, but a lot of work ahead.
Yeah. You know, Steve, everybody was pulling for you in your corner, and we were all concerned about you. And so it's good to see you back here and being 100%. This preseason, how much of this has been directed at acclimating Kevin and maybe using that to help with him and new guys, maybe like Zaza?
Yeah, I mean, we have 8 guys from last year's team, and assuming we keep 15, 7 brand new players. So camp has been interesting. We're trying to keep the continuity from last year, but introduce these new guys and get them comfortable with it. KD has, I would say it took him 4 or 5 days to kind of get used to our style. It's a much different style from what he's used to playing. First 4 or 5 days were interesting.
How so?
He came up to me at one point. He's like, "Man, I feel like I forgot how to play basketball." And Reggie, you never had to deal with it. You played on one team your whole career, but you know I played on 6. So every time you go to a new team, it feels different. Everything, your surroundings, where you're living, your teammates. And so for him, this is really his first time going through the process, but he has really settled in nicely, and his last couple of games have been off the charts good, and he's really enjoying himself, having fun.
Yeah, I was just watching him shoot here while
I don't think he's missed.
I think he hit the rim once.
I don't think he's missed.
Yeah, he has just been knocking these down.
Do you think this summer playing on the Olympic team with Clay and with Draymond kind of helped early on start that bonding and that chemistry? And this is kind of how we play our terminology, even though they were playing, under Coach K and for the Olympics. But when they were alone, this is kind of the things that we do with Golden State.
For sure. I think more than anything, just the relationship part of it. I don't know how much basketball they talked in terms of what we do. I would imagine they talked more about the Olympic team and what their team was doing. But just getting to know one another, being together for I guess about a month straight. They're close, and you can see already there's a bond with those 3 guys and with Steph. So they're coming together pretty quickly.
How much fun is this to be able to try to do this mix and match or whatever the minute situation, rotation situation is going to be for this team?
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's
or is it a little scary too?
Well, I mean, the scary part is that everybody just assumes we're going to win the whole thing. There's some pressure that comes with that. But I'd much rather have high expectations and a lot of talent than the opposite. So, no, we're excited. We know that spotlight's on us. That's fine. That comes with the territory. So we're just trying to figure out the best combinations, best ways for us to be effective at both ends.
Well, everyone talks about the good thing, having this dream team type lineup. Are there any concerns from a coaching staff when you look at your ball club? I know you're only a couple weeks into training camp, but what concerns going forward do you think? We were talking about defensively, Bogut and Festus Ezeli were great rim protectors and paint protectors. You guys are a little bit smaller.
Yeah, we are. We're not going to be a shot blocking team this year. You see Zaza right there. He's a great position defender. He's a hell of a veteran presence. He's a good passer, so he fits our style well. And then David West, another really good veteran big man. We got Anderson. We have a lot of experience with these guys. And my biggest concern is just losing the guys that we did. We've had such great chemistry and a flow the last couple of years. Losing Barbosa, losing Spates. losing, as you mentioned, Bogan and Azili and Harrison Barnes. I mean, that's those are big losses. Obviously, we filled in well, and to have KD and these other guys is great. But you never know what you have in the NBA till you see it, and so we've got to put it on the floor and try to make it work.
It's going to be so much fun to watch. It's exciting. I can only imagine what it's like from the inside, but. Personally, it's great to see you guys sharing the mic again, too.
Good to be back.
And
appreciate
Reggie,
it. Thanks, Coach.
Call me when they fire me.